Rolling, 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 roll tide. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to another episode of A Dairyman's Diary. My name is Harold, and you join me once again in the case here, and we are lifting silage, folks. The windrows have dried out sufficiently. It's all wilted out nicely, and we have taken the decision to get going. Really, so it's all looking fantastic. This is load number 4, I think. 3 or 4. We finished, took off the headlands there, so we're just starting the rows. It's quite a thick crop in places. Other places it lets it down a little bit. There's not quite as much there. But yeah, we're making some good progress through here now. So there's gonna be a little bit of tidying up to do at the pit soon. But right now we're just gonna get this load dropped off, and we're gonna keep going, try and get as much picked up as we can, and then we'll have to come back and do a little bit of tidying up. But yeah, it's nice to be able to get going with it actually. Got a good system in place now. Everything is running along smoothly. Although that last load I did drop a little bit too much at the end of the silo. You have to come in and kind of push that all in with the forks, I think. But for now, we're just going to try and jump up onto the pit here. There we go. It's never quick, but we're in. I'm just going to slowly pull our way along the middle. So you see there, the grass is coming out the back pretty quickly. It's a very quick unload of this. It really does discharge pretty quickly. And there we go. So again there, what we'll find is as we get through towards the end here is that we'll get that all compacted out and we'll run over it a few times. It's probably the tractor loader actually, the John Deere. And that should keep it all looking good. We do have a little bit of a system in place here now. We've got one-way loop that we can run on, really. So we run around the top field here of the front field. And then we're going to head straight up to the grass field on the hill. And now we're, it gets a little bit bumpy here, so we'll just slow down for this bit. There we go. Like I say, we are in the bulk of the rows now, so we're going to start to really fly through and make some good progress here. But it's... the headlands took some time to do, they really did, but it's good. We've got a good forecast ahead of us, so we're not likely to lose any days or any of this harvesting time to bad weather. Pop that down, and away we go. So yeah, all we need to do really is keep running, and we'll get this all cleared up. As you can see, we've made a steady bit of progress so far. This forage wagon is very new, it's very quick, it's got a great capacity and it's got a great ability, like a throughput ability, so we can hold a good steady speed whilst we're lifting here. Like I say, some of the swaths are a little bit further over, and on the headland there were a little bit thicker, so they took that a little bit longer. I had to go through it a bit slower there to get them all picked up, but that's not a problem, we got it done. And we're just going to swing around here. We're probably bordering on halfway through the field at the moment, I would say. Not much off that at all. What we're going to be doing as well, we're going to get this all done, and then we're going to try and get some nitrogen put onto here as quickly as possible. I don't have a spreader yet, so that's something we're going to have to look into. We also don't have any nitrogen on site, so we'll have to get some. There's a delivery coming with some nitrogen in sooner rather than later. And then all we need to do is go and see if the co-op has a spreader that I can lease for a day. And then that'll allow me to get this covered, because I really want to get a good second crop of hay off here at the very least. Maybe even a third if we can. If I can really chance my arm. If we've put enough fertilizer down on the ground, it should allow me to get more than one crop off here. Try and take it a bit wider. We don't want to turn too tightly on the CV joint in there, so we take it a little bit wider. It makes for a nice easy turn back in. And away we go. So as you can see, all you really have to pay attention to is make sure the feeder doesn't get blocked at all. Make sure it goes in nice and evenly. And then you can see where the chopping discs are that chop that grass up and kick it up into the forage wagon itself. And that's pretty much it really. From a whole operation standpoint, it is much quicker to do it this way rather than, as I'm a one-man operation, if I was to bale this and wrap it, it would take me forever to bale it alone. There'd be an awful lot of bales, and then wrapping those bales would take a long time, and then having to stack the bales as well. So by doing it this way, yes, perhaps the actual collecting of the grass takes a little bit longer, but it does allow me to get it. Once it's in the clamp there, it's in the clamp. All I have to do is compact it and sheet it over. So it's a lot smoother to go about it this way, that's for sure. And yeah, I leased this for a day. This, I would hate to think how much it would cost me to buy one of these things, but leasing it for a day cost me next to nothing, and then we were able to get this all done and in the clamp. So it works out very well for us. We are going to keep continuing through. I've got a couple more loads in here at the very least, and then we'll come back and we'll see how it's all shaping up there. But for now, like I say, we're just going to loop around and get these small little end row pieces really, and then yeah, we're into the last bulk of it. So we'll keep trundling along, see how it's going, and we'll come back to you in just a little while. Alrighty then, folks, we are into load number 6, I believe, and we should probably, well, judging by what we see, maybe have 1 or 2 more actually. Not a great deal at all. We're definitely, judging on what's in the silo there, we're definitely going to need a strong second cut to see us through the winter, at the very least, I would imagine. I'm still looking to see if we can try and find some more grassland somewhere that I could lease, and perhaps get bailed up. Oh, we're going to take this road, that's better. Because yeah, I'm just a little bit concerned that we might not have enough, and I really don't want to stretch it or push ourselves not through the winter really, because we still have about another 25 head of cattle are supposed to arrive. We're not quite at 100 yet, so we're going to have more mouths to feed very shortly, and we need to figure out how that's actually going to happen. So that's something that we always need to push for, to see how much winter feed we can get. Other than that, though, the cattle that are here are looking fantastic. They're all settling in nicely as well. They are. They're at a point now where they've kind of settled down following the stresses of the transport. So that's all fantastic news. And they shouldn't be. We should have plenty of space. I am also trying to think about if I want to continue to increase my numbers. Do I have enough storage space in which to do that? And by that I mean, do I have enough space in which to house them? Which seems to be the little tricky bit. Oh, that's just done there as well. And we're away. So yeah, maybe another 2 loads there at the very most. But hey, we'll get there. So that's the next kind of thing we're looking into. The old barn here is sufficient for what I have now, but if I really want to increase my numbers anymore, I'm not sure if it's going to be 100% big enough. So we'll have to see about that. But maybe we build another cattle shed here. Maybe we have to look into a different location. I just don't know. But that's something. As always, we'll cross that bridge once we've the farm is on stable ground with the financial controls, and also with what we have at the moment in terms of our livestock are stable and actually making us money, rather than at the moment it's a lot of input costs and no output. So that's what we need to get going in the right direction. Just gonna swing up the road. The road's been nice and quiet around here, which is good. Nice and easy for me to swing in and out. I'm just gonna zip down here. I am trying to find myself a milk tanker at the moment, something I can. I do need to go, and the contract I have with the local dairy requires me to deliver the milk. So it is quite imperative actually. My storage tanks are getting full there, so we need to find a way that we can do that. And I'm speaking with a local supplier of dairy equipment actually, so hopefully we'll get some sort of milk tanker in the coming days or weeks. This is getting a little bit full at one end here, so what I'm likely going to do, rather than try and ascend that, just back in, I think. Let's see if we can get some usage here. Oh, where's that dog? So we'll be careful as we don't want to go too far, because then if we end up sticking the forage wagon against the side of the silo, that's not going to look good for anybody really. And like I say, what we'll do is we'll get these last 2 loads in, and then I think I might even stick some dual wheels on the John Deere if that's going to help out a bit. But anyway. Onwards to the next one. I really want to try and use that barn for something. I haven't decided what we're going to do with it yet. It needs a little bit of work to it. It's a little bit run down. Structurally inside, most of the beams are good. Might need a little bit of a touch up in places though, so we could look into that sometime soon. That'd be a good winter project actually. And slow down here again. There we go. Alrighty, so we're going to keep rumbling on. Like I say, there's probably one and a half loads left actually. We'll get that one all done and then we'll look into... we're going to roll the pit and get that all kind of compacted and ready to go. So I'll bring you back to see that bit and see how that works, and then we're finished for the first cut silage. Rolling, 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 roll tide. Alright then folks, welcome back. We have got it all in the clamp safely. It's not as much as it looks like when you start to really compact it down, but hey, it's the first cut silage. It is in, so that's all we can ask for really. We are just finally finishing up the compacting here. Shouldn't take too much longer before it's all safely done. But yeah, about half a clamp full from one field. I think that's about all we could expect really, once it's all said and done. But it's enough to give us some kind of sustenance there. What we will look to do as well, like I said, is at least make a second cut of hay off here. And then maybe even get some more silage bales off it perhaps later on down the line. But for now at least, this is all we're going to be able to do, and it's we'll make it work. I have every confidence in that. The forage wagon in the case worked perfectly, no problems at all there. Now all we really got to do is just finish it, rolling this over. Tomorrow I'm going to see if I can source a fertilizer spreader, because I want to get something onto that, get some nitrogen put down onto that grassland, and get that covered up for the second cut and give it its best fighting chance really. So that's going to be tomorrow's job. And also I'm going to, I have had confirmation in the last few minutes that there is a milk tanker I can go and have a look at from a local dealer, so we're going to go and have a look at that one, see if it's worth our time. So yeah, lots to do there, and all being well, we should be able to really step up to the next level there sooner rather than later, which I'm really looking forward to. I wonder if I can get I'll have to check my slurry levels, because it might be worth just throwing some slurry down onto that silage ground as well. It's always nice to use free organic matter where possible. Something we'll definitely look into. Later on today, I am going to take the forage wagon back. It is empty there now. We don't need it sitting around here, and I don't want to keep it for longer than today because I'll get charged for extra leasing of it. So we'll have to go and look into that one. But I think we're looking pretty good there. We're going to do one more quick pass, and then we'll look at get this sheeted up. Oh, there goes another train again. A lot of trains on that track today. It's been a busy old line. Okay, and we'll just take ourselves off the back end here. Excellent. So then, we just need to get this all sheeted up now. And there we have it. We are going to tidy up this end here a little bit because I want to seal that up properly. But for the most part, the sheet is on and is covering the clamp, so I'm very happy about that, to get that all in. It's a big kind of big relief for us. A nice first major job of the summer done, so that's great news. One thing I'm going to do now, there is a trailer load of straw that I'm still yet to unload, so we'll probably just go and do that as well whilst we're in the John Deere. I am going to have to go and get another trailer load of straw, but I think we might be getting a bigger trailer soon as well, so we're going to have a look into that one. It could be time that we can trade in the old faithful cotton trailer. It's a little bit bigger with a little bit more of a use for us perhaps. There we go. And we'll go and just unload. Yeah, so we've got about... What have we got there? Another 12 bales of straw there. That should keep us going for a little bit, if nothing else. And we'll get this all unloaded. I think what I'm going to do first is just shift this a little bit, because it's not in the best of places. There we go. So I hope you are managing to get if you are still struggling to get some forage work done, I hope you're managing to get through all that and make sure everything is done just in time for the winter season. God knows that I know over here at least the prices of winter feed are skyrocketing, so I hope you're able to make your own. You don't have to rely on anybody else, because that is when things will become very difficult. Beautiful sunny afternoon here still. The clouds are covering the sun up a little bit intermittently. Looks like we could almost get some rain at some point. There's a few grey clouds floating around, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. And all we'll do is, though, we'll just keep trundling on until the rain stops us, I think. It's the best way to go. Okie dokie. Where's this one going? We'll stick that one there, I think. Excellent. I have been thinking about the possibility of trying to find a combine harvester, or see if we can source someone who has one that we can kind of hire them in for the season. We're going to have two fields. We've got a field of wheat and oats. We've got relying heavily on the straw from each, so we'll have to see how they come along. But at the moment, the cost of one for ourselves to procure one is just going to be a little bit too high, I think. So we'll have to see if we can get someone in. But yeah, there's no one in the area really who is on my kind of price range. There are some huge contractors and huge local farmers, but the issue with that is they have a huge quantity of their own work to do, and trying to get them to come in when the crop is just ripe will be pretty tricky for us, I believe. So we're gonna have to see. It's gonna be something we're gonna do a little bit more digging with and exploration. Obviously we don't need them quite yet. The crop's still got a little bit of extra growth to go, but there will be a time soon where we're gonna need someone to come in and do that. But we'll cross that bridge as and when we come to it, I am sure. What we're going to do for now, though, I'm going to keep unloading this trailer here, and then we will come back to you later on in the week when we've got a little bit of an update with everything else. So for now, though, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I have been Harold, your humble host here on A Dairyman's Diary, the American series. If you do have any questions, comments, or feedback, please do leave them in the comments below, and I will look forward to reading those. Otherwise, we will see you in the next episode. So thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed, and we will see you later. If you've yet to do so as well, please do remember to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly host all our videos, and we will see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.